I'm back. Either leave a thumbs down and take off, leave a thumbs up and hang, or subscribe, or you can unsubscribe and leave. It's your prerogative. And of course, I'd rather everybody hang and talk things through. That's what I thought we were all doing. I thought that was what our...
Having lunch in Chicago, it's breakfast time in California. Of course, if you're in Chicago, you wouldn't feel like breakfast if you're from California because you've just had lunch. However, those living in New York, it's dinner time while we're still eating lunch here in California.
I think creators watched my video and then ignored it. I think they told themselves, okay, he said he's going to his attorney, but he should have been able to do that quicker, or he should be back by now, or something. So I think they thought I'd left or something.
Sun, which cannot be everywhere, you know, otherwise it would never be night, we'd never know when to eat dinner.
Look at all these tiny little things people are extrapolating. They would extrapolate something and they would say, we think he lied or something, or they would say I lied, but then, you know, people out there that are at least being partially honest are saying we think he's lied. It was all related to a doxing. And people got so desperate that they tried to argue that it wasn't a dox. Like, oh God, I got to save myself. Let me try to tell people that it wasn't a dox. And they've gotten in the heads of maybe 2 people with that dumb argument. Most people aren't going to let that happen because you really have to be out of your mind to think that, you know, with, again, if it would have just been that happening, the letter stuff, maybe you'd have an argument. But when you when you do it to like all these extra people and you go at all of them are listed and you're using that information and sending it to me inappropriately.
The finance charge is the monthly charge charged against the previous charge less the past payments, and might also include late charge for non-payment of the previous unpaid balance.
Community has lost their mind and started to trage pimp doxes. For the ones that did, I think that there were some creators that kind of handled the tragedy pimping pretty good. Others didn't, but the drama, you know. What do you expect, though, man?
And besides, I don't understand it as well as the other. Thank you.
So that we can get into actually talking about new tragedy pimps, old tragedy pimps, the boxing match that's happening in 2 days from Wings and Boogie, 2 big internet figures Keemstar taken into the ring, airsoft fatty stuff that we were talking about before all this insanity happened, and a bunch of other things. So,
and if you and your boss will deduct less from your paycheck so that when the paycheck comes, you'll even have more to pay, but not as much as if you didn't have any at all. Now, mind you, these deductions are the same type as those on your 1040 form in April or July.
So where things started were, oh, he's lying about everything. He's making this up. He's doing this for content. Regardless if it's true or not, regardless if what I'm telling you is a fact or whether it's someone giving me information or whether it's me actually getting the information for you later, that was lied about a lot. You know, what you guys consider to be facts, regardless if you watched my video or not. If you would have watched the video, you would know that I was actually in the first video telling you what I was told over the phone from a disabled individual that does have a little bit of problem communicating. I did take extra time with them so that I could give you limited information. Again, I actualize your opinions. Some of you have come to me like normal people.
Deductions must be, however, as many people exactly you have that are real deductions. And the more you have, the less you pay if you have to pay. Or the more you get back of what you already paid from the W-4 deductions is more than you owe.
People who went live, the people that tried to drive information about this in the beginning, moved the goalpost, as in saying, well, he's lying about this, and therefore, since he's bad, we're going to say all these things. But once they realized that I wasn't lying about this, they just tried to maybe hone on a different thing they would claim I'm lying about, or on a different thing that they say I did wrong. That is called moving the goalpost. You at least should address, you know, the fact that you were wrong in saying that I was lying about, you know, this happening, and then maybe criticize over again from the beginning, since you can't just, you know, replace the first lie and expect it all to work. Doesn't work like that. The anti-tragedy PMpers are people that are criticizing people that exploit or they disrespect. You could go with either or. One of the most sacred human tragedies while profiting off of it. Now, that's the problem. It's not covering it. It's not talking about it. It is exploiting or disrespecting, or you could use maybe a few other words depending on the situation.
Next week, I'll be here to explain the oil depletion allowance or how to make chocolate chip cookies.
Part of it, the major dox was the hard digging of those people and all of their private information. Remember now, before these other things happened, this all stemmed from the PayPal donations that were given to me.
Is the practice of posting someone's personal information online without their consent. Doxers aim to reveal information that can move their conflict with their targets from the internet to the real world, including home addresses, employers, social security numbers, private correspondence, and criminal history or otherwise embarrassing personal details. Doxing violates the terms of service of most social media platforms. Reporting tweets or Facebook posts that include your personal information will generally get them swiftly taken down and the offending user suspended.
You follow me?